This is an origins reading for meditation space. So I'm going to go ahead and surround myself in light. And your guide is surrounding you in light. Okay, and as she was coming up, down by the feet, there was an energy release as she was coming up, which is why I kind of popped for a second. And then as as oh, it, right, that's right. She's reminding me she's an it. She's not a she. Okay, it. Okay, so as your guide was coming up, your back though, I could feel some intense energy, like your guide was really focusing its energies on your back, and I got the feeling of a Kundalini awakening, that's why it's focusing all of its energies there, and or a lot of them, and that this is something they're wanting to happen soon. So they're focusing a lot of energy there. And this is again through meditation that you're going to have this activation, because I feel like your chakras are really opening up and they're expanding. And you're becoming more conscious, but your guides are also getting through to you more. They're getting through to you better, she's saying. So she's acknowledging that she's getting through to you better. Your intuitive nudges are kind of going up. I get a feeling too, like you might not even be aware of how much this is starting to increase. Little by little, this is increasing. Like every single day, this is increasing. So she's saying that over a week, a little bit turns into a bit more. So as we continue releasing this energy, and she's also saying, and activate the Kundalini, work on activating it. Now, she's actually saying that this is something that you can Google. So she's not really going to give it to me. But I do get that it's a visualization as you're meditating. But this is something that you're going to see, you're going to come across this. So this is knowledge that you'll get, and you'll get it through just a simple internet search. Just searching on the internet is how you're going to find it. Okay, now I'm also seeing a book, and it's open, and she's talking about writing down all of your experiences in a journal, or even typing them out on a computer if you want. But she is saying to document them, to write them down, because one, you're going to want to go back to them later, but also because as you acknowledge them, you As you acknowledge them, you open yourself up to it more because you're sending out this frequency of acknowledgement to your guides, to the universe, and to your own gifts within yourself. And so they're just increasing more rapidly by this kind of behavior, by doing this type of thing, just because you're constantly looking at them, you're observing them. When you write them down, you're putting your focus on these things. So even if it's just a little nudge, she's saying, it's saying, acknowledge that. Okay, and I feel her energy coming all the way around me this way and then going all the way around this way. So here she's talking about protection and also like a stirring and an awakening. And then going up this way, she's talking about conscious expansion and a Kundalini activation. I'm also getting the feeling from her like a smaller activation has already happened before with your Kundalini. So I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but she's saying that it is partially activated already. So there is something there to easily work with. But this energy isn't fully surfaced yet. And this is going to open up all of your chakras to an extremely high degree. And that's also why she's coming in with this protection, because you're going to be more sensitive to energies when this happens. But she also says that you're already getting more sensitive to that. But the weights, but yeah, you need to acknowledge that and really become mentally aware of it during the little things as it's happening, because you don't even realize all of it. You might realize some of it, but you don't realize all of it. Or you don't always think of all of it as an ability even, because it's just sort of normal to you. Sometimes when we're intuitive and it's been that way for a long time, since we were like a kid or something, we don't always remember not having it, and we don't know what it would feel like to not have it, so it just seems normal to us. Because she's saying that you've had it since you were a baby, just these intuitive nudges that where you can like feel out a yes or a no. So almost like a gut feeling. And she's saying a lot of people have that, but yours is going to increase. Because she also says that most people don't acknowledge theirs. Or if they do it a little bit. But they would really fly if they would open up to it more. And she's saying that that's what you're going to do. Your vibration is going to really increase, so it's going to fly, she's saying. And she's saying that doors are going to fly open for you as a result. And I get the feeling of projects going your way. Anything that you're mentally thinking about, or that you will be in the near future after this happens. This is going to be a really good time for you in terms of mental planning of projects and creative things. even starting a business or some new avenue of revenue, this is going to be easier for you. It's going to be easy to get things going. So when this is activated fully, your manifestation abilities are going to really shoot up as well, really skyrocket as well. Now she's showing me the moon. She's saying that especially at night you are clear. And early in the morning, she's also saying that this would be a good time for you to get some night hours. And she's reminding me, I think that came through. Yeah, she's saying that it did. That this did come through in one of your other readings, that there was like a positive darkness also in your energy. And that even your guides have some of that. They have some of that night energy. And the female divine. Because she's just saying that that's what it exemplifies. That's what the night really exemplifies, is the divine feminine. So this means that you have more of that in your energy. You do have a lot of that to tap into in your energy, she's saying. So she's saying that this is something to really embrace. And she's saying that again, that you're going to be the clearest at night. And she's saying, especially with your meditations. So she's saying again to write them down, that it's important to write them down so that you become more fully aware of them. And this activates more easily the Kundalini as you're becoming more aware of what's happening and of your energy increase. So any empathic abilities, write them down, like any empathic moments, any dreams, any of those intuitive nudges, like she was saying, any like psychic visions that you get, whatever it is, write it down, whether it's like subtle or major, because this is going to open you up to the activation that they want to bring in. So you don't have to always write these down. This isn't, necessarily something that you're always going to be doing or that you're always going to feel to be doing. But for right now, it's important, she's saying, to become more aware of your, she's saying, your internal processing and your outward processing as well, and your sensitivity to energies. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at the questions now, and I looked up the constellation that you were talking about, and I could not find that anywhere. I saw another one that was kind of similar, spelled Grus, and I wasn't sure if that's the one that you meant or not. So we'll just see what comes through. Okay, they're showing me zodiac signs. And they're showing me multiple ones. First, I was seeing Aries very clearly. I'm getting a feeling that you've explored these zodiac signs. I was seeing Aries, then I was seeing Sagittarius, and then I was seeing the water bearer. But then I see a symbol of Mars as well. The symbol of Mars and Venus. So you've been around, she's saying. You've been around. And you've mastered this. You've mastered going in and out of lifetimes. In this lifetime, you're going to advance, she's saying. It's saying. God, I always forget that. It's because in the reading, she's coming across with a more feminine energy. And so I want to call her a her every time. I also get Andromeda. But she's also giving me a feeling that you have been in places also that are central to Earth, kind of around Earth. Not even really around it, but central to it. So they might be kind of far off, but they're still somehow central to it. They're close by. So not really in earthly terms necessarily with our technology, but with in when it comes to like other dimensions, the fact that we can go in and out of them, the fact that we could even go to other universes, and that this universe is really distant, and you could have a lifetime that is so far away from here. She's saying in that sense, not really in terms of what we perceive here on Earth with our technologies as to be really close by. But in that sense, you've been in central locations to Earth. And she says that you've explored Earth as well in past lifetimes. With a home planet, uh, now this is feeling to me like it's like a section of our universe. It's not so much one place. She's saying that it's not like you can really be pinpointed to one place or that you're limited in that way. So she's saying not to limit yourself because she's saying that you're going to connect with multiple things and at multiple times in your life, that there are multiple facets of you, and that at different points in your lifetime, in different stages in your lifetime, there will be a different energy that you need to pull through you. And that's going to be the lifetime that you connect with. So there are several places coming through. So yes, this constellation that you were told about, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but this constellation that you were told about is one of them. But she's saying that it's not your home planet. I'm even getting Orion too. So you've had lifetimes around this section. I can't really say of the galaxy because there's more than one galaxy coming through. But still, all of them are regularly relatively close. And she is saying that some of them are a bit further out from what we can see with our own technology right here on Earth now. Or she's saying, or at least the technology that the government is letting us know about. So we might have technology telescopes that could actually look much further beyond that. But she's also saying that they could pick up on things in the sky, like ships and things like this. And they don't want us to know about that kind of thing. So obviously, this would be something that they would hide, is what she's saying. So it's not that the technology is there, but it's that the common people don't know about it. She's saying only the uppities know about it. Okay. I'm also seeing Saturn as well. And I don't know if you have ever really gotten into astrology, but she is saying, I am getting the feeling that you would really connect with that. Or to even get like an astrology reading, like a detailed astrology reading of your chart and where you came from as far as energies into this lifetime. Because she's saying that all of those things are there influencing you. Every single one of those on your chart is going to be an influence for you, and it's somewhere that you have been before, either in this dimension or another dimension. So she's saying several dimensions as well. She's even saying another dimension or two, or three or four. So even other dimensions of Earth, but like a handful of them. Not like, you know, all the dimensions of Earth by any means, or a whole lot of them, but you've been to a few of the Earth dimensions as well. And she's saying that the Earth has many. And she says that everywhere has many. But she's saying that you've been psychic since you were a kid, since you were a baby, and you need to be made aware of that more. So you're not totally unaware of it, but the relevance of it hasn't really become apparent, she's saying. Like, uh, I'm not really sure what she means by relevance. But again, she's showing me our sun and these zodiacs surrounding our sun. So central to Earth, she's saying again, but also outside of it. And she's just saying that that's because you have a mission here. And that's why you've had lifetimes here. That's why you've had multiple ones. So she's saying that it's an ongoing mission. It's not a one-time thing. And so she's also saying that there is karma to clear because you've had multiple ones here. But she's saying that you keep coming back for a reason. There's something specific that you're trying to accomplish with all of these incarnations. She's saying one specific thing that's going to take you lifetimes to complete, but then she's also saying that, okay, but it really is up to you how many more you're going to have here before you complete it. So that's up to your soul's journey. But yeah, she was saying there's one specific thing that you're trying to complete, but then there's also many specific things in several lifetimes. So you have all these lifetimes, even though you have this one ultimate goal, in all of these separate lifetimes, you have specific little goals, which seem major in that lifetime, but are little given the whole spectrum. Even if they're big to you in that moment. But it's saying that one of the big events in this lifetime coming up is going to be this Kundalini activation, and also connecting with them, with your guides, because you have a male one too. So she's saying to meditate, to keep doing practices that work for you. And it's encouraging you, you're doing well, and to keep going because there's a reward at the end of it, she's saying. So stay disciplined and keep doing it. Stay determined, she's saying. But this is coming up, and again, she's encouraging you to write all these things down, all the things that come to you as well, she's saying. So any intuitive nudges, but not that only. Also, any kind of guidance that you're receiving, any kind of like thought transmissions that you're receiving, almost channeling information, she's saying. But this can just come as a sentence, like a sentence or two out of nowhere. And she's saying that they're surrounding you, just like the zodiac surrounds the sun and is central to the earth and surrounds our solar system. They're surrounding you. They're surrounding you in protection. And also she's giving me the word authority. And the energy to meet challenges in your everyday life and also outside of the everyday life spectrum, so astrally as well. In dream travel and other things that you aren't even conscious of necessarily. And it's saying that in your dream time, it does come to you and work with you and talk to you. And so does the male guide also, and other guides as well. So she's saying that you have a team of guide that you are beginning to really connect with at the present time, and that's just beginning to increase. So it's saying to allow it to continue to increase. Okay, and she's saying namaste and blessings. Okay, so that is the end of the reading. Thank you so much again, Meditation Space, for allowing me to do this reading for you. And thank you also for your support of our channel, because you are definitely one of our oldest subscribers that we've had for a while now. So thank you very much for your support of our channel and what we do. Thank you. Namaste.